We're watching a series video about Swift UI, and we're working on a project of how to replicate the reminder app. And what I'm going to do is just starting from a very simple, without any design pattern, just a simple to-do list, and we're going to add functionality one by one. Okay, so we already introduced guys the MVVM design pattern, which will divide our project into models and views and view models. So that's the name MVVM. Okay, and yeah, we already finished that. We already got our app up and running. We can switch, we can toggle that, we can add new item to do list. Never mind, just exit. And of course, if you really want to add something, you can just add something. For example, this is William Jamin's YouTube channel. You can add William Jamin's YouTube, something like that, and add your to-do list. We got William Jamin YouTube to-do list, right? Because I already added that yeah, previous video, so you got two here. And yeah, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a sort of module for your code, so you can reuse that in the future, because you know, this is already become pretty complex. So first you need to got a big framework ready. So with MVVM you got all that ready, and then you're going to make part of your code, for example, some view that you want to use that as a child view, some view that you want to use as parent view, and some view you just want to reuse that in the future. So yeah, you can do that. So what I'm going to do to separate that, the role, so every role inside of this list I'm going to yeah, refactor out. And yeah, in Xcode we got amazing functionality that can help you to do that. So yeah, remember, you need to do everything, ensure this right side preview is available. If it's not available, you can use the command Alt Enter to show that, just to make sure that the right side is available. And we can use this Swift UI's refactoring functionality to do that. So for example, if I'm going to say get the I think maybe we got this to-do list view. Okay, I think pretty good. And inside of this to-do list view, let me find something that we can refactor. We got this view model. Yeah, we got this to-do list, and we got edge stack here. And what I'm going to do is to refactor that. Okay, so we can use commands, holding command and click on that, and what I'm going to do is to extract it. Okay, so you can extract Subview, embed in a certain thing. Yeah, we already discussed that, I think previously. If you haven't watched my previous video, I got an amazing playlist that give you detailed demonstration on every subject that I can think of. Okay, so what I'm going to do is extract Subview. So you want to just do that manually. You can just go with the flow, get all this project finished, and then extract that to sort of reorganize to make reusable units that you can sort of modularize the project, so we can use the module in the future. So what we're going to try to do is to extract that subview. Okay, and here comes the pretty important thing, is that it just will give you a sort of a function lived here, and everything is gone. And don't stress out, because you got a extracted view here, so you can sort of treat it as a functionality that you grab that inside the function and you call that function. Okay, it's pretty common practice. And yeah, don't be stressed out because of all this error, because we are going to solve all these errors. And remember, we got extracted view. That is definitely not a good name for that, because if you extract multiple view, you might get extract view 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is not the thing that we want. So what we want is to name that to something much more relevant. So what I'm going to do is to change that, because this will be a let me look at Godot image. You got a text. It's just a row view. So let's just say the name will be to-do list row view. Okay, so to-do list we got to-do list view. Let's just say this is to-do list role and view. Okay, so every role become a so some modularized to-do list role view, and we can change the struct name to that. So I think they will stop complaining. So maybe 2 or 3 things. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is if you look at this to-do list role view, you got a lot of things that say they cannot find this in scope, cannot find this and that. That is because you need to share data. You need sort of to communicate between this child view, which is embedded in this parent view, which would be a to-do list view. Okay, so inside the to-do list view, you get a to-do list role view. So is the parent-child relationship. And just as child-parent relationship, the key to that is to need to communicate. Okay, so we need to set up this parent-child relationship and make it to communicate. How to do that? Pretty simple. I think already discussed that. It's called binding. And in Swift, you can do two-way binding, which means that it is a two-way communication. And what I'm going to do is to add binding and to add a variable here. So what I'm going to do is to give it a space, just as a parent and child relationship. We add binding, and we can say var, and let's add a I think maybe a to-do list. Just got this name. Just copy and paste that because I want to solve that. Okay, so just do the exactly name that I want to do, and that will be a to-do list. Okay, so sort of initialize it, and remember you got a binding, so it can go both ways. And then I'm going to add the info that I need to pass. So remember we got this role view. Let me just copy that in case I'm going to use it. Go up here, missing argument for parameter to-do list in call. So what I'm going to do is to pass a to-do list here. So pass that, and that will be to-do list will be a, let me use this dollar sign. So I can say this would be a to-do list. Okay, so once you're passing this info, and so we remember you're using struct, so you don't need to give the initializer here. So and I think that's already pretty good because we got, I think once the complaint's gone, it's already pretty good. And then I'm going to add the functionality of the toggle complete, right? Previous is just a view model, and that's definitely not a good name. So what I'm going to do is to change that to list, and to-do list toggle completed. I can access whether it's completed or not. Okay, and then I can just toggle that. So so I'll change that from this to-do list to-do list view model to the to-do list is completed, and just toggle that. So the error will go away, and that looks pretty good. And of course this a separation, but still we're in the to-do list view file. And because it's role view, you can just put it inside the view file, so you got a complete separation. And what I'm going to do is to-do list role view. You can just copy that, and you can just create a new file inside the view. You get the new file here, and because it's with UI view, so let's just choose that. And I'm going to name it to-do list role view. It's just a view. So automatically imports with UI struct view to-do list preview. yeah, this is just the automatic generated thingy, and what I'm going to do is to cut the code from to-do list view, because we got this struct to-do list and all the sort of bindings here, and we don't need it here, but rather we need this thing here. And I think that you can just delete the original generated content. You got this struct, you got this view, we got a binding, yeah, var to the list. They got body here, we got the edge stack, yeah, left image, right text, and then this text is just to give you a preview. It give you a complaint, missing argument, and so yeah, let's add the argument. So what I'm going to do is to the list view, yeah, we're going to say the to-do list will be binding, yeah, let's dot constants, and adding the value. Let's just give this the first one here. So what I'm going to do is to give this a to-do list, and we can access sample data. Let me just give you the first one. So just give you a preview so you can see that rendering at the right. Okay, so make a tutorial about iOS Dev Bootcamp. Okay, so this is just the first one that I want to show you, that you can see that is child view. Okay, so yeah, and yeah, final thing, I think the this we can toggle. So what I'm trying to do is to put it inside the container. So yeah, just to run around with this preview and put this inside the container so I can toggle. So let's just try to do that. On preview, we got a preview provider. Inside of it, we static preview. Yeah, let's just put it inside the container. So okay, and let's use struct to do that, and just use the container, encourage, apply this view protocol, and yeah, let's add a body for that. So var add a body. Okay, and Subview, yeah, let's just leave it blank. So okay, and here let's add another static var, and that'll be a preview, Subview, and what I'm going to do is to get this to-do list preview row view, to-do list row view, and let's pass this to-do list. And I think previously I got this dot constant, and let's passing a certain data and to-do list, and we can access the sample data, and just to give it the first one. Okay, and yeah, this is our previous one. So what I'm trying to achieve is to get all that to do list review. We got to encode that. We're going to input that in the container view. Okay, so this is a exchange, and we're going to let the preview show the container here. Okay, show the container here, and I remember we need a state variable for that. So body Subview, let's add a state variable, and we got the to-do list. Okay, okay, and that will be our from our to-do list, and dot access sample data. Got the first one, and we can use that to replace it, so we no longer need this part, but rather just pass the to-do list, and that will be a binding to-do list. And yeah, I think that will solve the problem. Yeah, we can toggle that. So essentially, I just call the container. On inside the container struct, we got this a state variable of to-do list, and that comes from data of to-do list. We got sample data. We just choose the first sample data. I'll make a tutorial about iOS Bootcamp. So make tutorial about iOS Bootcamp. Okay, and then because we made a state variable, we use the binding. We pass that, and we call that. Okay, so yeah, so you can show actually, and all that is inside the container, and we call that container. We show that everything in the right. So yeah, so we achieve functionality of a toggle. So this will be our child view, this will be our parent view, and yeah, every view we can toggle, and yeah, that looks pretty good. And I think that's pretty much it. And if you yeah, do a quick recap. This is our reusable content. This is a sub view called a row view. So every time you want to add a row, you can use that. So in the to-do list view, you want to add a row, you can loop that row. You just use this list and fill this list with to-do list row view. Okay, and this is our every row of it, so we can reuse that. And since the actual code we're going to use is this, everything that we do here is just yeah, for cosmetic reasons. So if you're testing, you want to design that, you want to see that, you just need to realize that in here. All right, so yeah, you can add a lot of things just to make it, yeah, much more real. If you say this is just some text and the image, it's not nothing inside of a list. What you can do is to embed that in a embedded in a list. If you don't know what to do, is just holding Control and click it. You can embed that. Okay, and of course you can do that manually, embedded in a list. So we got a list, and it definitely is not a list like this. So let me just get rid of all that, and let's just say, yeah, something like that. Okay, so you got a sort of a list like item. So this is a one item in a list. Okay, so you can do all sort of things, and you can even give you a sort of navigation view for that. So you can you can't do that. You can't do embedded that in navigation view. So let's do that manually. Okay, so we can say manually navigation view, and let's do that manually without all this auto prompt. We got cut it inside here, so we got a navigation view, and we can add a navigation title. Okay, we got a navigation title, and we can say that this will be the items in a to-do list, something like that. Okay, so we got a navigation title, we got inside the container, and yeah, I think maybe we show. Let me just build it. Got navigation view, navigation title. Yeah, wait a few seconds for it to build. Oops, sorry about that. I think it's wrong hierarchy. Let me cut it and put it. I think it's here is the right place. Yeah, item in a to-do list. Yeah. So yeah, that's how to do the customization, and I think main idea behind this video is that you can separate that completely and make a new role view as that, and then you can pass information using those bindings and transfer data, and you can customize this preview, and it looks pretty good. Okay, so yeah, I think that's already pretty long.